YouTube. They missed you. We did this introduction on the regular stream of Doodle over there. So I figured I'll step up and do it over here on YouTube. So I need to show numbers. I'm joined alongside this Joey. You're gonna take Mish. You gotta take up a fucking different first name. Yeah, so I figured that it would be a good idea for you and I to come onto this gimmick to do the Saturday Night Main Event and Evolution predictions. Because it's an exploding kind of thing, right? Like you do the predictions, and if we even put it up tomorrow morning, people might already be done with it, you know?
I mean, it certainly is a diuretic. We are looking forward to back-to-back nights of covering WWE events.
Yeah. No other show is happening, right? No.
Yeah. Actually, isn't NXT happening? Yeah, NXT is happening.
Oh, yes.
Right.
NXT. Just NXT, Winkadoodle. Yeah, nothing else. Oh, my God. Yeah, so wait a second. Does that mean that tomorrow, what time does the wrestling start? It's just Saturday night, right?
Yeah, they just said, you know what, just show up, and at any time there'll be something on TV. I was like, you know what, that sounds good to me. Or, show up at 7 Eastern, something like that. Or no, that's Evolution. Actually, Saturday night's main event is at, what time is it? It's no longer.
It's 8, right? Regular 8 o'clock, 8 o'clock Eastern? Yeah, so they're doing it at that time. Yeah. And then the next night, Evolution starts at 7 Eastern. So 6 for you guys. That's nice. That's not too bad.
No, I'm fine with that. And we actually have a special guest to let the cat out of the bag early.
What?
On Sunday, we're going to have the legendary queen of the death match, the missionary of violence, once upon a time, the woman, and still is, Lufisto.
Ooh. Damn right. Well, you know what's funny is like when you were like, we have a guest, I'm like, right now? And you threw me off. I'm like, am I not seeing somebody? That's Joey's band instructor from 6th grade when he peed in the tubas and then they never found out. Well, guess what? Today, they're going to find the fuck out, you know?
Yeah, check the tubas, ladies and gentlemen. There's Joey pee in there.
Empty that spit valve. Right. You're in for a surprise, goddammit. Yeah, I don't know, man.
It's my pee? No! It's your pee.
It wasn't pee. It wasn't me. Dude, that's a true story, by the way. Just so you folks know, I wasn't a good kid.
And it wasn't actually an easy guy that said that too in the movie, by the way.
They said it wasn't pee?
It wasn't. It's no my pee.
Oh.
No. All right.
What's that from? I don't even remember.
Some old movie from back when the boomers ran the world,
Wait, they don't anymore? I was gonna say, well, I guess now if we want to do Saturday Night Main Events first, this is like Gen X's first full year of contributing to the wrestling world, huh?
Yeah.
With Triple H, would you say, or second year, I guess, to some extent?
Second year, yeah.
So I think we're seeing what he's had to offer us. I mean,
there's a weird vibe in the air about Saturday night's main events. I think Raw. I mean, we kind of covered it. Obviously, some people have already seen the clips on YouTube here. I think we've been kind of real critical of WWE lately. The shows and the events haven't really been up to par of what we've been expecting. And I don't know if we're gradually setting into where creative is finally being comfortable. And that's not good either. You never want creative to be comfortable. You want them continually trying to push the envelope, push the bar. But we're out of WrestleMania season. We know it's summertime. Quid pro quo every summer is usually a little less than the WrestleMania lean times, you know what I mean? So we're at this point now where you're putting on a big event like Saturday Night's main event. We just came out of a couple of real doozy versions of events with the Jewel and all that stuff. But 4 matches on the card, Joe.
As of now, there's still tonight. They could add something on tonight, of course, too. But for right now, it's 4, right? So how long are these matches going to be?
Oh, well, if I was betting, man, I would say Gunther and Goldberg is going to be about 46 minutes.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that could take a long time.
And that's just the entrances. So
with entrances, yeah, no shit, right? With entrances, though, realistically, you could get this to upwards of 7 minutes.
Yes.
It could really pop off and get up to 8. By the way, yes, I just said that too. Isn't that great? Dead's best friend, thank you for the 5 bones. He
That is my favorite donation ever.
Sick, yeah. Here's money. Sick. I like it. Not to discourage people from spending anything else, I feel like that's just going to be left up.
Yeah,
wow.
no.
Yeah. We're just going to... Yeah, we just like that. Here's money. That's a good answer to that. But
it's taking place live in Atlanta, Georgia at the State Farm Arena. It'll be on Peacock. Internationally, I'm sure it's just on the WWE Network or whatever that they have now.
Yeah,
it'll be on Netflix, right?
Is it?
I don't know, because I know when it comes internationally, everything else is on Netflix. So you get NXT, Raw, SmackDown, you get all the PLEs on Netflix internationally, but I don't know about Saturday night's main event.
Well, I can tell you this much, is that if you're in another country and you're like, shit, I'm going to miss... Potentially upwards of 4 matches, maybe 5. How will they... catch up, you know what I mean? That's a goddamn shame. And by the way, I'm saying upwards of 4 matches because the Gunther and Goldberg thing probably being called a match is it's rounding up, you know?
It's weird that this is the highlight. Even the event poster highlights Goldberg, which kind of makes me a little sad because I was hoping that maybe we would get a repeat of Killings versus Cena again.
Oh,
I think it feels like that storyline has already kind of taken a back seat. And it's like, please don't. That was an exciting storyline. Everybody was up in arms for Ron Killings.
Yeah, we were enjoying that. And by the way, I found out somewhat recently that a Chinese restaurant, the famous Kowloon, in the Metro Boston area, will be hosting R-Truth in the middle of August. He's coming and doing like an album release show and a meet and greet, which I saw that and I was like, well, I'm tempted. I am tempted to go to that. I'd honestly rather go to that than pretty much any wrestling show. I'd rather go see R-Truth play his country rap album at this point than to go see whatever the hell's happening, I'm sure, in Texas on Saturday night, you know?
Yeah, well, Atlanta, same thing. But
no, I meant in Texas, dude. Oh. I said what I said, damn it. Oh, wait, no, that's Sunday night, my bad.
Oh, man. Because I have the option to go over to my godmother's on Saturday, too, and fix her internet. So I'm thinking, I'm like, oh, that's going to be more fun than tempting events, you know?
Wait, so you're telling me you have the opportunity to choose between watching Bill Goldberg or trying to teach
a 75-year-old woman's internet? Yes, sir.
Explaining a router to a boomer? Those are your options?
Well, she's totally tired of Comcast, and let's be honest, who isn't?
Right.
She wants to cord cut and go with T-Mobile.
Oh,
so I'm gonna to have to do all that fun stuff.
I like the idea for being like, I've had it with these Comcast. I'm going to call them and give them a stern talking to. You're like, yeah, you do that. Good luck. Let me know how the fuck that goes. By the way, this is how exciting the Goldberg Gunther match is.
Well, four matches on the card. We're giving it the proper time. Gunther versus Goldberg singles match for the World Heavyweight Championship, Joe. This has also been given the addendum of this will be Goldberg's retirement match.
Is that a promise? A wrestling promise?
That is a wrestling promise. So you know what it'll stick. I mean, all retirement stick in wrestling, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's how you know it has the possibility of being really something that's not going to change till, let's say, SummerSlam or something, you know?
It seems like the only retirements that stick are the ones that are not labeled retirement matches, like Kurt Angle and Baron Corbin.
Yeah, no shit, right? The only ones that happen are the ones that happen by accident. You know, when you sit there and you're like, oh, this person's got to end, and it's done. They'll never wrestle again. Those are usually the real retirement matches. It's dark, folks, but it's about right. So, Gunther's already being advertised for the following week, having a title defense against Penta. Now, is that a spoiler alert, you think? Or could this be a mislead, dude, and they're actually going to give Goldberg the heavyweight championship? What do you think?
We joked about that a couple weeks ago.
I know.
And I was like, and at the time, I don't think they put the title up yet. And I'm like, oh, they're going to put the title up. And you're like, no, they're not going to do it. And it's like, here we are, just a short time later. And once again, another one of those weird situations show where they give us what we criticize, what we want, but not what we need. And I almost have a very sinking feeling that Goldberg is going to get it. And I like Dennis's point in the chat. He says they're going to let Seth cash in for it. And I think that went along the same exact lines as you were thinking right there a few weeks back. But if they do, that's how it's going to go. Because that way, Seth gets the belt.
I know, the most important thing in the world.
Yeah.
It's important that we give more to Seth Rollins. He needs it. He needs it. But here's the question.
He's the Mercedes money of WWE, Joe.
You'd swear he had creative control. Dude, how do you go about fixing that, though, I guess you'd say? How do you well, I'm saying fixing it like it's fake, but it's already fixed. Fix it. So do you have Goldberg beat Gunther, which is an abomination, and then Seth come out and beat Goldberg? Or do you have Gunther beat Goldberg in some sort of dastardly way? Because Gunther's never really been like a cheater, right? But that would be the perfect time for them to have to make him be a cheater against a 57-year-old man. That would be the thing that would make the most sense, of course.
See, I was actually going to go in a different direction. I was going to suggest that they just run a bus into the creative person that came up with this idea. I thought that was a perfect way to finish this match. But no, I'm kind of with you. I think in a weird way, Gunther will make a mistake, right? So we've seen breaks in his character before, which I think is intensely or immensely fucking important as far as Gunther goes. These character flaws where he does get flustered at times, and he's not the cold, cool Austrian that we all expect him to be. And I wonder if all of the talk that Gunther's had about Goldberg and even their exchange on Monday, I wonder if Goldberg is going to find a way to kind of exploit one of those flaws. But the problem is Goldberg has never been a smart character.
No. He's not supposed to be. He's a tough guy.
Right. Yeah, he's alpha male. I'm alpha dog, bro.
Yeah. You don't talk about my family, bro. Gets himself thrown in jail for beating somebody to death. Yeah, like he's that guy. He's that dumbass.
But that's the only way I can see Goldberg coming out with a W on this, is that if Gunther makes a mistake and Goldberg capitalizes on it. But again, as far as the characters go, Goldberg is not a smart man. He is a Forrest Gump type. I mean, if Seth Rollins is the Mercedes Moné, Goldberg is Forrest Gump. Like, he's got the capability to run 400 yards in 40 seconds. But that's about it. There's nothing else there. It's like,
none of the charm, though, either.
Yes.
None of the charm or the likability at this point, either.
Or AIDS. I don't think he has AIDS either. So.
Well, I mean, for now. He's still got plenty of more years left in the tank, brother. Just because he's not wrestling doesn't mean he's not fucking.
That's right. You think he'd be color commentator. Maybe take out Jesse Ventura next.
Well, dude, so what do you do to make the Seth version of this happen? Do you have it to where Gunther, I don't know, sidesteps him on a spear? He kind of posts himself. Gunther schoolboys him and puts his feet on the ropes, right? Something Gunther we've never seen him do before.
Right.
Goldberg gets up, beats the shit out of Gunther, really leaves him laying. Seth's little shitty music hits, and then he comes out and fucking beats Gunther. Is that what you do to make this make sense? And then you also leave the open of Goldberg going, yeah, brother, I'm not going out like that. And then he challenges Seth or something, which would also be awful. I'm not trying to make anything good. I'm just trying to make it make somewhat sense. You know what I mean? Because I know it's not going to be good with these players.
Let me play with this, too, because I know we've discussed this before, too, the day that Gunther becomes a babyface. What if Gunther has the upper hand on Goldberg and is ready to seal the deal, and then fucking Mr. comes out and cashes in, and how would that work? No, because he couldn't beat Gunther because Gunther would sell the title.
Right.
Shoot. No.
Yeah, I don't know what you do. Like
that would have made the most sense in a fun way.
Right.
And he screws Gunther and then just beats Goldberg for the title. But it's not like it becomes an automatic three-way.
Well, it's a three-way. He can do that. He can. Yeah, they can interject.
Well, if they do it as a three-way, then I could see that being kind of neat. Yes, that screws over Gunther and pins an already defeated Goldberg.
Yes,
and wins the title from Gunther without even beating Gunther.
Yes, that would be so you protect Gunther, but we're also talking about Goldberg. Goldberg is not going to want him to. He's not going to want to make himself look weaker, even though he should, because he's
right. He's like, it's similar to what happened in the Punk Cena match. Yeah, okay. I guess they can. I just keep looking at it like there's rules to this shit sometimes. And I'm sorry.
How silly of you to assume that there's rules and
Remember when the King of the Ring had people in it that weren't all world champions at some point?
Yeah, right. Remember when the point of it was to elevate people and not just people that were already stars? Yes, that's weird. The good old days, way back 2 years ago. No, but that's it. This has to have some level of fuckery in it. Just if not for anything to fill time, if not for anything to just kind of keep the show going, because they need this to seem a little bit more valuable than Gunther just beating Goldberg. That's it, because that seems to be the only viable option. You can't have Goldberg win the championship in 2025. That's just not a thing that you can do. And if it does happen in this match, it better be because Gunther came out and blew out both of his quads, fucking, Vince McMahon style. That would be the only reason,
Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, this match doesn't belong here. I know it's for... Look, it's just a reason, and I don't know why they kowtow to him, probably because TKO likes Goldberg, Ariel likes Goldberg. But can we just be honest? Goldberg doesn't belong anywhere near ring in 2025.
No.
Just doesn't.
No, God.
This is a respectful supplemental match that they threw together. The storyline feels thrown together, and Gunther's just the guy that they wanted to use to do this.
Well, wasn't there some sort of thing where, Vince had promised Goldberg, which is pretty hilarious, and I was like, you're going to get a retirement match, and, they're honoring that for some reason?
Joe, don't you think this would have at least been a little more interesting if they had it against John Cena?
Yes. Yeah.
If they had John Cena versus... And I know Goldberg is still a hunk, right? A hunk of crap, sorry. Finish that. He's so
keep going. No, you're good.
But it's like you would have had a retirement match versus a retirement match, right? Like maybe if Goldberg beat John Cena, not only does he get the title, but John Cena retires early. Like they could have done something like that, and I think that there would have been more interest there, somewhat. And I'm just Gunther's not a bad guy. He's a fantastic wrestler, fantastic character, but it just makes little to no sense for Gunther to be the one agitating Goldberg.
Well, there's also something to the effect of if you have Goldberg wrestle anybody that's not in their peak, not in their prime, it can be really, really rough. That would look really, really, really fucking wooden if you had current John Cena trying his best against Goldberg, who's almost 60, trying his best. Do you know what I mean?
Like, who's going out there and looking at a Goldberg match for the work rate?
No. I mean, I don't even know if those guys I don't even know if those guys could do like a yay boo punch exchange without somebody falling over. You know what I mean? Like it's fucking rough. It looks rough. Also, by the way, I guess it's looking rough. Thank you to Jake Johnson for the 5 bones. Said I'm still waiting for Rollins' whale tail. He's gonna do it. Does he mean like his thong?
Yeah.
Like a thong? Like
isn't that the hairstyle? Kind of like a rat tail?
Oh, I don't know. I'm thinking when people say whale tail, they mean like when the girls used to have their thongs in the 90s, like Lita style.
I don't know. All these hip new hairstyles, I just can't keep up. So.
Yeah, I don't know, you goddamn kids. What's this thing called? A mohawk?
Yeah.
Who does this? No, but like, dude, who gives a shit about this, man? I mean,
look, it's the main event. It's got to be the main event, right?
Was this
What do you think you're going to open with it?
I know, right? Bill's got to be in bed by fucking 9:45. Well, wait a second. Let's go through, because I don't even truthfully remember the other 3 matches off the top of the dome.
Oh, I got
What else could be a main event aside from that? You know?
Nothing.
Okay. There you go, then. I guess that's your answer.
Like I said, unless they put together some random Cena versus, Ron Killings match, which, once again, I'd be fine with that.
Wouldn't that make sense for Saturday Night Main Event? Like he comes back and that's his rematch, wouldn't you think?
Yeah.
But
I mean, especially since they want the last one wins.
Yeah, but we're not in the business apparently of making sense at the moment. It's just making more money. Well, they're finding a way to make money, dude. It's the WWE way.
God, they're so impressive. They really are. Look, as much criticism as we give AEW and WWE, we've never criticized on how they're able to make fucking money from turd sandwiches. They are the best at that.
They are just baking fresh turd sandwich bread every single day. They are just
They love it in Atlanta, Georgia.
Oh, well, what? Oh, yeah, they're in the same stadium they had before. They had a match there not that long ago, right? Another pay-per-view? Which one was it?
Oh, I don't know.
The one that Cody, Metro Boomin was there? I don't know. But, yeah, either way, we've given this match more time. We've given this match 3 times the length of time that the match itself will probably be. So I think that's good. Yeah.
Well, the next match that they have on the card, Joe, is LA Knight versus Seth Rollins.
Oh boy. So, we just know that this is going to be a Seth victory, right?
Of course.
Yeah, the only way that I could even fathom this not being a Seth victory would be if somehow some sort of thing gets screwed up and then that leads to Seth doing his cash-in because he was so besmirched by losing to LA Knight. Do you know what I mean?
You would have to open up the show with the LA Knight versus Seth Rollins, and in between that and the main event of Gunther and Goldberg, have a point where Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker and Paul Heyman are just sitting in the back and just going,
Well,
maybe.
There's a good chance this is just going to be another LA Knight fucking loss. It's just
let's pretend that the world makes sense for a moment and somebody gets what they actually deserve. And LA Knight is all of a sudden turning the corner, and they're going to give him Seth Rollins to kick off his new main event run.
Yes, there we go.
How do we do that? How do we do that understanding who the Seth Rollins character is, and how do we do that with LA Knight that doesn't involve the fuckery of at least 3 other people?
Let me get started for you.
Yeah. I think that's how you do it. No, it's all it's all self-evident how this would play out. Like you just said, out comes Braun, out comes the other Braun, you know, all this fuck shit. CM Punk has not been, named in any of these matches. Maybe that would be a thing. Punk would show up. But I don't know. It's just looking at what this card is, and like I said, just based off of 4 matches, I don't even really remember what the other 2 are. What are you gonna do? Like, you have to put a babyface over eventually on these Saturday Night Main Events, but it's the Triple H era, and Triple H books everything like he's still on top, like it's 2005. So it's just put the heels over until people stop watching. I guess that's the goal.
Weird way, yeah, he is very heel adjacent. He loves these heel events, and maybe Saturday night's main event is a good focus, is a good center for that, as opposed to having it for every other pay-per-view.
Probably gonna miss that.
Right. Yeah, with this, I'd like LA Knight to win, but I don't see any reason for him to win. There's no real carrot at the end of this stick. Honestly, even if both men got disqualified, whose life does it really change? You know what I mean? Like, that's the problem with this match, is they, once again, another kind of thrown together. LA Knight showed up, Seth blamed him, and now they have a match. And it's like, okay. Like, don't get me wrong, I like seeing LA Knight getting highlighted. I like the guy. I wish they would focus on him more, but he's already in that hope train where it's like, man, how many times have I been waiting or hoping that LA Knight was finally going to get something significant, finally do something significant, and they constantly use the fans' adoration for LA Knight against them. And it's like, you can only beat this dog so many times before it doesn't show up for the dinner bell. Right. I'm right there with LA Knight. I'm just done waiting for my rubbery steak and a stick. So,
yeah, they're always making the second round of the playoffs. That's LA Knight. Like, you're just sitting there going,
Buffalo Bills, yes.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, you know what? Hey, they made Super Bowls at one point. Remember that?
They just didn't make them.
Yeah, they just lost 4 of them in a row. And that's, by the way, you're right. That just seems like the legacy of LA Knight is losing all the Super Bowls in a row. That's it. Yeah, like, he's got to win one of these. No? Okay.
Not necessarily.
How about the next one? No? Okay. Should I
think you can still have an era of wrestlers that never win the big one? Like, are the days of guys like Roddy Piper gone? Or do you think that somebody like LA Knight, who is absolutely charisma driven, can have a career where he still makes people care, even though he's never the guy?
I think at this point, just based on what we saw in like the 2010s, you have to give most of those guys their due just because of the climate. Okay, Kofi, right? Big E. There's a list of these dudes where people were sitting there going, should they get the belt? Is this really their time? Should we do Dolph, right? Well, should Dolph really? I mean, like, you keep edging us on this fucking guy. Do we really want to? I don't know if they're gonna be like, hey, it's a whole new era. Triple H says fuck you. That's what I'm saying. Like, but does Triple H also then have that part of him where he's like, well, Jesus Christ, if even Vince would listen to the people occasionally, I guess I got to do it too. I don't know what they're going to do with that.
Well, the other thing too is, and the other side of the coin is, I guess, do fans and do we look at LA Knight as a guy who can elevate the title, because that's really how it's supposed to be, right? Right. It's supposed to be the champion that makes the championship, but...
Well, it's for Knight, it's also, you think you'd give him a chance just based off of the branding and marketing and all the other shit surrounding it. Because, and I know you like the guy, and I don't think he's like a bad person or a terrible wrestler or nothing, but if you give Damian Priest his moment in the sun, then I think, like I said, this is where we get back to the 2010 shit, where we sit there and we go, well, if you're going to give this fucking guy a chance, then you also have to put this guy on the fucking bus. You know what I mean? Right. And that's what you're going to probably end up with LA Knight. Or he'll just be a fucking loser forever. Who knows? Who actually knows?
Joe Punches with 5 bones says, I'm just here to say you'll know where to find me on July 31st. At home, listening to Soup, because it'll be a Thursday. Can't wait for Saturday night event. event. Yeah, no, dude. Thank you to Joe. But there is so much of this kind of going on. Like you said, it's so clearly the summer. It's so clearly they're phoning it in. It's buffet food wrestling. Well, I guess it's good enough, Is it any good? No, but there's a lot of it. Is it even particularly great? No, but you go get whatever you want. Great food at the 7-Eleven bathroom, guys. Just help yourself. Yeah. There's seconds and thirds.
Two hot dogs for $1 in this economy? What a deal. What are the hot dogs made out of? Don't ask questions.
Oh, what a crazy deal.
Yeah, no,
have you seen our ticket prices?
Yeah, right. It's $400 to get into a show with 4 matches.
But the hot dogs are 50 cents each, man.
Yeah.
You can't beat that.
Yeah.
I bet you more people would buy tickets if they flipped that script like that. So, hey, you know what? We are charging you $300 for nosebleed tickets, but the food is really cheap.
Honestly, you're not wrong. I think you could convince a lot of people to do that. Where if you said to them, yeah, but it's like $1 a slice.
Right.
Yeah, sure.
$2 for a beer, guys. Like, wow.
Ooh, they go, yeah.
Right?
Yeah, the only dangerous thing is, though, when you mix cheap alcohol is then, people want to drink it. Well, that's the only dangerous. Yeah.
Shit is still going to be pricey as hell. But you keep some Miller Lite, some old style on tap.
Oh, dude.
Some PBR.
Do you know what, though? For $300 a ticket for a 2-hour-long wrestling show, I think you should probably be encouraging people to go in there pretty fucking hammered. It's probably a good idea. I mean, aside from the fights and shit, yeah.
How many more tickets would you sell?
Yeah.
I realize they're still at this point. I think somebody said it earlier. I'm sorry if I forgot your name. But somebody said it earlier that it's already almost sold out. So we're on the cusp of Saturday night's main event. It's almost sold out. When WWE starts doing halves, they only fill half a building. That's when you lock in the cheap food, cheap beer prices.
Yeah, that's when the keg parties start.
That's right.
Yeah. Well, that was what they used to do at baseball games. I don't know if they still do it. Yeah. Where it'd be like, $40
game, and they give you the ticket for free, but then they raise the price of beer and food. So.
Yeah, or they'd say, hey, you pay $40 for the seat, but we give you a wristband, you can get as many hot dogs and fucking sodas and popcorn as you want.
You know what the Wrigley Field did, though? The Cubs, they were always cheap, so they would never give you free beer or cheap beer or free tickets. They would always give you, here's a little Cubby Bear keychain.
Soft or nothing?
Here's a Cubby Bear t-shirt. Ooh, you're one of us.
Oh my God, that reminds me during the Winter Classic
Anything else for you?
it was either Gillette or Fenway, one of those things, and they were charging people like $500 a ticket to go to the shit, and it's January 1st, cold as can be, right? And they were like, oh, what are you giving the people? You give them like a t-shirt, maybe some mints. Yeah.
January 1st, booze is on us.
Yeah, no shit. Or something, right? You know what they were giving people? $2 hand warmers.
Oh, I thought you were going to say hand jobs. I'm like, hand jobs.
Yeah, you know what they were giving them? Okie dokie strokies, 2 fingers.
I got to
all
get
hands.
3 out during a fucking Dodgers game. Like, you know.
You're sitting there like, there's 20-minute breaks between periods. I only need 2.
Periods. There's no periods in baseball.
No, in hockey, sir.
Oh, I thought you were. I never mind.
Oh, no, the Winter
You said Fenway, so.
Yeah. Oh, no, they did that. They did that at Fenway. They had to, because, they're not doing anything in December in the fucking ballpark, so they'd run that in there. But they'd be like, yeah, here's some fucking hand warmers. People spend $500 to go to this thing. It's like, you can't even throw them a cheap fucking throw blanket or something.
Give them a bunch of hot toddies, man. Irish up everybody's coffee and shit. Like,
yeah, well, you're not wrong as far as it would be the nicest, but this is also Boston. People would fall out of the fucking stands. They just looking up there. They're like, it would be like that place Action Park in New Jersey where everybody's dying.
yeah.
Everyone's getting killed in this amusement park, and you're like, well, that's the same exact thing as giving an open bar to Bostonians.
I think we're just looking at it backwards. Who doesn't want razor blades on their water slide? I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, makes it a little more fun, a little more exciting.
Yeah, it helps you better understand the New Jersey deathmatch wrestling scene if you sit down and watch that documentary. It really does.
It also helps me better understand why we're still talking about LA Knight versus Seth Rollins.
Yeah, well, that's how exciting it is. I don't care.
When we can talk about Randy Orton versus Drew McIntyre. Actually, I'm actually this match. I like Drew. Drew's been on a fucking highlight lately. Even the other day, he put out a tweet. Somebody was asking. It was one of those random questions on X or social media or something. And they were like, oh, what's a better way to get, WWE guys over? And Drew responds something like, well, change their last name to Fatu. And I'm just like, is it okay if it's too real? Like,
is he wrong? I guess, no, not really. Well, man, this is your actual, seemingly real match of the night. I guess, if you want to call it that. Because, listen, I know people, they're really, what we're seeing now is like a 10-to-1 ratio on the Seth Love, where there's at least like 10 people sitting there going, yes, I'm exhausted with this. Yes, I don't get it. What is the fucking point of this? Why are they continuing to do this with Seth? And then one person being like, he's the hero of Raw. And he's the greatest thing. You guys are dumb and just don't get it. You don't understand why he's so amazing. And I'm like, well, okay. So you really are looking forward to that LA Knight versus Seth Rollins match? No. Okay, so what do you really like about him then?
Anything else?
Stuff. I like his promos.
Theme song.
Yeah, it's so fucking dumb. Like, it's like, well, do you like his promos? They're okay. All right, so you like his matches with most people? Yeah, they're okay. I'm like, all right, so what is it that you need to defend him over?
Okay.
Nothing? Okay, cool. So anyways, on to the match where the two competitors look like grown men. Randy Orton and Drew McIntyre.
I think a lot of that random stuff is either people romanticizing the Shield. And look, I get it. There are definitely people that I still love, only because of something that they've done 10, 20 fucking years ago. But at some point, you got to look at what they're doing today. And does it help anybody? Does it hurt anybody? At what point do you kind of have to let go? And Seth is at this point where now he's in charge of technically 2 other people's careers. And 2 other people's careers that I think both of us agree could absolutely excel in different environments not involved with Seth.
Yes, and don't need him.
Right. All he is Paul Heyman. There's nothing in the Seth repertoire that could ever hurt Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman will be an icon forever. Right.
So he's Teflon, if anything. Right. But you're right. At this point, when we're talking about any sort of Shield reference, right? When did the Shield happen in what, like 2010, 2011, around that point? Okay, so that would be like if in the year of our Lord 2013, we were still being like fucking Road Dogg rules. You know? Man, we should be pushing Billy Gunn more on television. You know? Like,
Well, you know what? I don't disagree with that.
Oh no, I think they both rule, but like I don't think they rule as far as like they should get 30 minutes of fucking television time.
Well, you know what they compare it to? They compare it to CM Punk, right?
Yes.
There's a lot of people that cannot stand CM Punk right now, especially in WWE, and their feelings are fair. But when they make the comparisons of he can't wrestle, like you were talking about this on Tuesday, like he can't wrestle, he doesn't know what he's doing, or the best thing about him happened in 2010. It's like, come on, man, that's just being unfair at this point. You really think that there's no viability to a guy like CM Punk? Like, even if you're a hardcore AEW fan, how do you deny the fact that when he was on TV, people were interested? How do you deny the fact that the guy is a draw?
And if we even wanted to say, hey, you remember the good match he had with Cena, or hey, remember the great match he had with The Undertaker? We don't even have to go back that far. Remember the fucking awesome match he had with Drew McIntyre?
Right.
Like, it's not like...
Even a match, the whole feud was amazing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm just saying, like, baseline for, like, just memorable big matches. We don't have to sit there and go, hey, remember, you know, during Obama's second administration when he was fucking killing it. It's like, no, this just happened. This shit just happened. The guy is fucking great. But that's like I said, you end up going back to this place where you're looking at somebody like a Seth, and you're knowing, if you're being honest with yourself, you're knowing in your heart of hearts that you're getting great value CM Punk. You're getting diet CM Punk at best. If anything, you're getting the third generation VHS copy of Dolph Ziggler. That's really all you're getting. But then now, like we mentioned in this match, I guess we get back to this. I see Drew, and I'm like, Drew should be in a position that Seth has. That's where Drew should be.
So funny to hear you take that stance now, and I've been there on the ride with you. But I still remember COVID, Drew. Sometimes I went.
Oh yeah.
Those days were painful, but it was honestly because of his feud with CM Punk that his entire personality changed around. Like, don't get me wrong, the feud that Drew had with Sheamus absolutely proved that he was a fucking powerhouse in the ring as long as he's wrestling the right guy. But CM Punk proved that Drew isn't a dull fucking shit stain on the carpet. Drew is actually a funny, enticing, amusing troll. And has a character that's way better than any of the stuff that they've been scripting for him for years before that. So here you have a guy who's finally spreading his wings. And you know what? On that same level, I'll go on record and say that Randy Orton has grown up a bit. And makes matches fun. Randy Orton used to be a terror to watch. It was abysmal watching Randy Orton matches once upon a time because you never knew if you were going to get Randy Orton that didn't want to be your guy or Randy Orton that would show up and try. It was a gamble. And now you have two guys that are now older. They've evolved into their age a little bit. They've discovered themselves a little bit better. Randy Orton arguably looks the best that he has in his entire career. And at the same time, comes off so natural. He feels like he's just out there riffing. And he's smiling and he's laughing and he's intense at the same time. I really like this version of Randy so much better. And Drew, too. Drew is another guy who's literally grown up before our eyes within the last 5 years. He's a completely different individual. Both of these guys mean more to me. And I hate to say it because I like LA Knight, but way more invested in this match than anything between LA Knight and Seth Rollins.
Yes, correct. I 100% agree. And I also think, like I said, Drew is somebody where he falls into, he's above LA Knight for sure, but he's falling into that category of, so we're still kind of not going to give this guy any sort of big push, momentum, nothing.
Do you still buy that's part of the storyline?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. It falls into, like, once again, the category of, are we still just kind of backburnering him because of this stupid fucking Rollins fetish that Triple H has? Or is it just the crowd being like, well, we like his stupid little Moni song, and we remember the Shield? We're still doing the Shield thing? It's like, oh, God. But, like, yeah, Drew should be a focal point of the show.
Yeah.
He really should be. And I don't... Yeah, and instead, it's like, this should be, for all intents and purposes, a main event on a show like this.
Yes.
And instead, I wouldn't be surprised if this was the opener.
What can I get served for you today?
I don't know. I mean, Drew, they love beating Drew like a rug, though, too, similarly to how they like fucking beating LA Knight. So, even though
Orton is also in this position now. It feels like he has no problem losing a match.
It's a drink.
No, Orton
It's
doesn't care.
important, like I said, once again, grown up. So for Drew, if they're still playing into this is part of the storyline where Drew's a loser and he gets angry, maybe Randy Orton's the guy that fucking bites the bullet and Drew gets the win and gives Drew some confidence back. Stella got her groove back over Randy Orton, you know?
I'm a bad bitch. I'm looking in the mirror and I go, God damn it, I look fucking good. No, I love what Drew has become. He's on my list once again of people that 5-10 years ago I said, whoa, God, this is rough. God, this person stinks. And now they're on TV and I go, thank God they showed up because I can't watch any more of the fucking Creed brothers or something, you know? But that's it. It's like they really need to shit or get off the pot with him. They gotta move him up.
You haven't even really, we haven't talked about the match itself.
I know. You might be right. Maybe they'll put Drew over in this. Or maybe they'll just clean sweep baby faces on the undercard. Well, no. You know what? I'm going to say Randy's going to win because I have a feeling that obviously Seth's going to win his match because we can't not let the princess win. And then Gunther is going to win. And then maybe Seth will cash in. So you don't want to make the people completely fucking miserable and put no baby faces over. So as long as Randy Orton gets his hand raised, they feel like people walk out of that building happy. So
here's the other reason.
I'll go with Randy.
Here's the other reason why I really do feel like it's going to be a cash in. So the last Saturday night's main event had 6 matches on it.
Yeah.
This one only has 4. Which leaves you a lot of time for a 5th match if they don't put something together tonight.
Or a lot of ads for the Dollar General insurance. Hey, do you know what car insurance is? Have you heard of it?
No, what is car insurance?
So it's crazy, all right? So what you do is you get it. I don't know much about it. I just know I can get 15% off from a duck. So I've only been told
this. Cartoon General that's giving me free insurance.
Yeah, I had Shaq and a Cartoon General have been telling me for the past 5 years I'm getting ripped off.
You want insurance? No.
No.
You want a sandwich? I got sandwiches. You want a pizza? You want a pizza?
You want a hot dog?
We sell sandwiches at our pizza shop now. You want that?
I love Shaq, but there's just everything is sold through him, and I almost fear for television if he was to pass away. Like what they would do.
You know what?
With all this advertising, who would get it?
Shaq should just start up his own commercial agency, his own marketing agency at this point. Hi, I'm Shaq. I'll advertise whatever you want for about $100.
He makes Snoop Dogg seem underexposed.
Oh my God! Yeah, talk about another shill on the internet.
God, Snoop Dogg. And by the way, like there was a point where it's like, yeah, Snoop Dogg selling like weed stuff or lighters or like
everything.
Now he's doing everything.
Yeah.
I'm like, does he owe somebody? Does he owe the IRS money? Always doing some shit
for the fucking GOP. Come on,
I know, right? I know, he's sitting there like, thanks, fella, we hate. And he's like, Thomas Sherman and the LBC is Harvey or something. They're like, yeah, thanks. I'll go park my car. Like, shitbag people. No, but like, that is kind of fucking funny that there's now like just specific people that are in every single goddamn commercial. And you'd think almost as somebody that was advertising a product, you'd want like a slightly different face.
Well, John Cena's the other guy.
Oh, yeah.
John Cena will sell pretty much everything. I don't think I know we did this bit a while ago when we were trying to do is The Rock more popular than John Cena? And it was like, I think The Rock had obviously the bigger blockbuster movies, but we were underneath the stance of John Cena's more popular than The Rock. And it was because if you started looking, or I should say more recognizable than The Rock, because John Cena had like 1,600 different commercial credits in the last 5 years or something. Damn, dude. He works. John Cena puts in work. He really does.
Well, also just the voice too. Like his voice is all over car commercials and everything. I don't know. I would still kind of stand by Cena wins in that situation. But yeah, I don't know. I guess just wrapping that match up in a bow. I'm assuming Randy just because they want people to be happy. They just want the crowd to say yay, and that's all that really matters in this situation.
I will disagree with you on this one. I think this one has a storyline element. I'd like to see Drew get the win, get his groove back, and we start something up with Drew. Because other than any kind of story element, if this is just an exhibition match, then creative is really out of ideas. But then we go to the fourth match on the card. Yeah. We got Solo Sikoa versus Jimmy Uso. Singles match for the WWE US Championship.
Egads.
No to me. Saucy. That's
a rough match, guys. I don't know. Other than the bathroom. Uber Eats? Does Uber Eats win that?
Oh, I imagine people on the Cobb and Hikuleo and Chikuleo are all flying in there, and Jimmy Uso's going to get stomped one way or another. I really feel like Solo's going to retain, but it's going to be the fuckery match. Now, the only other side to this, which would be interesting to see, is if Jacob comes out to defend Jimmy Uso and they bridge that gap between Jimmy and Jacob.
Oh. Then you know what? I've really found myself so interested in Samoan relationships. It's now it's the only thing I care about at this point. You know what I mean? Like, I need to be more, not even that, dude. I should probably boil this down even more. I want it to be about Samoans who I'm not even really invested in. I want to know more about their relationships.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? Like, my
Tongans are now also Samoans, if you didn't know.
Oh,
that's right. You've expanded the bloodline a little bit, and we've even got that new girl, P Nasty, down in LFG too, and she was a former WoW girl, and she was with the Tongan twins in WoW. So yeah, there's still more ladies.
P Nasty, is that the chick that does nothing but eats asparagus? Is that her gimmick?
Eats asparagus, yeah. Asparagus eating. Yeah.
You know what? To some extent, I almost feel bad. Samoan that tries to get into it because they're like, yeah, I'm the Samoan girl in the heritage bloodline thing, and they're like, yeah, get in line behind these 72 guys. You know what I mean? Like, that's really, you don't even really stand out at that point.
Well, I was also going to say, just throwing this out real quick too, if you haven't been keeping up with LFG, make sure you jump onto the Wrestling Soup feed. We've got Lufisto and Jeff Lippman coaching or covering the coaching that happens on that show with Michelle Poole, Taker, Booker T, and Bubba Ray. So,
does Lufisto tell you about P Nasty?
She does. She tells you all about the P Nasty.
She tells us, like, this is what's wrong with P Nasty. And I'm like, well, the name itself is probably not the best. Let's start with the name.
I don't know. You know what? I'm kind of invested in some P Nasty.
And her tag partner, Pooh Stinky.
No, I mean, her first name was a little worse, though. They called her Nasty P, and everybody was like, that's not right.
They're like, well, I mean, her original name was Stinky Bum Bum. So
yes.
We figured Stinky Bum Bum was not also a good name. No, it's not particularly good. Just like this match. I don't think that is there anybody that's sitting around thinking Jimmy Uso's day in the sun is coming? Anybody think Jimmy Uso's gonna get his day?
Jimmy Uso just doesn't get enough, Joe. We need
I know. Well, but you look at it, and to some extent, I do slightly feel bad for the guy because we did know that the brother, obviously, Jay had more personality. Everybody kind of knew that.
I thought Jimmy had more personality.
Yeah.
I thought Big Jim was actually a little bit more personable. It seems like he's a little bit more mellow. So, as far as charisma goes and gets people out of the seats, yeah, Jay's the guy. But when it comes to talking and promos and stuff, I don't know. I kind of like Big Jim. Big Jim hits my rock.
Well, you know what? It's almost like they both have their positives and negatives, and they work and they help each other out real well. You know?
I know. It's like they should have been a tag team.
Yeah. It's weird. It's almost like they should be together to weigh out each other's positives and negatives. It's strange. I don't know.
I would definitely never do anything like give them a WrestleMania match against each other because that would just.
Yeah, that sounds like it would go very poorly and cold. It'd probably be cold as well, and it would not go well. Oh, obviously, Big Jim in his pleather shirt, which he's now entered into his top dollar phase, I guess, which is not particularly great. By the way,
very successful though, right? Didn't you
top
have?
dollar? Yeah, I'll tell you, dude. You know, he almost tore his bicep one time.
Almost.
He almost tore it when he was trying to catch that guy because he's the only one that's a good person.
Oh, I thought you meant he almost tore it at that 7-Eleven bathroom buffet for hot dogs for $1.
He almost tore it, reaching for, God, I don't want to go there. Dude, there is
talent.
talent. Reaching for a good fucking match. Is that probably what it would be? No, dude, I can't imagine putting this on a show and thinking, yeah, this is something that the people they're gonna be pumped about this.
We're just
They're excited.
I'm punched out of the solo stuff. They keep adding new Islanders to the fucking family at this point. I don't know, man.
Thank you to Dirty Bird for those $2. Yeah, alcoholism doesn't count as personality. Well, I'll tell you something. You got a lot of people that would disagree with you.
I was gonna say Boston is not fucking happy with their Dirty Bird.
Excuse me.
The better part of Wisconsin is very upset by that.
Yeah, there are pockets of people throughout this country. That's their.
What's your personality? Everclear? Oh, okay.
Yeah. What's your personality? Family trauma manifested through drinking.
Dad beat me with the wrong side of the belt. Oh, wow.
What's your personality? Diarrhea and headaches? Is that what it is? Dehydration?
Carbs. Lots of carbs.
Carbs, dehydration. No, dude, this... Speaking of carbs and dehydration, can I just tell like Big Jim, these dudes, the small guys and shit, just pop the top. It's fine being fat and old. Just because you're a wrestler, man. Just be fat and old. Like when you put on that weird leather shirt, it's such like an admittance of being insecure. It's wearing the shirt in the pool, you know? Yeah. Just be fat. Like, we know you're fucking fat. We know you put on weight. It's fine. And this isn't me trying to even be funny.
You know what? It makes him feel better. It makes him feel better to wear the shirt in the pool.
Yeah. Oh, yeah? It does? You love getting out of the pool, feeling that heavy fucking shirt. Your fucking moves outlined perfectly so everybody's extra looking at you. Yeah, that's... Just be fat, dude. It's fine. Like, I don't get it. I'm not even being mean, once again. It's just, you're making it more obvious. Do you know what I mean? Like, I got a big fucking nose. That's a thing that everybody knows. If I got a septum ring being like, yeah, that'll make my nose look smaller, is to have a nose ring. It's like, or, you know, the exact opposite, right? Like, I don't know. Big Jim, pop the top. Go lose this fucking match, because we know that's going to happen. So, let's move on with our lives.
That's Saturday night's main event. let's get to the real meat and potatoes of the week.
Yeah, it's time to get to the work rate stuff.
Yeah. In Atlanta, Georgia, by the way, just in case you were confused, at the State Farm Arena on Sunday, July 13th at 7 p.m. Eastern. Evolution 2 Electric Boogaloo. With people on the match on the card, seven matches we have. Maybe one more added tonight, huh? 8 matches, it'll be great. So everybody looking forward to this build-up. Build-up has been great. Everybody's been talking about this. I just don't see anybody.
Oh my god, I'm really excited about Evolution.
Oh, are you?
I can't wait. It's gonna be good.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm sad.
It's gonna be great. I just want to meet on the phone. Georgia Peaches. Zarya and Soul Ruka. Kabuki Warriors. Jade Cargill's talent.